Hello, hello, hello! My name is Teacher Racky and welcome back sa ating channel! At heto na naman tayo sa ating inaabangan at nagiging kapanapanabik na RPMS serye! Ayan, nasasabik na ba kayo para sa ating next episode? Pero bago yon, gagawin muna natin ang ating ritual. Siyempre, ang ating mga pa-shoutout, bibilisan na natin to. Unahin ko na ang aking napangakuan ng first shoutout for this video, si Ma'am Loy Eve. Sabi niya, first comment ako ma'am, pa-shoutout po. I'm Eloisa from Division of Manila, Dr. Juan G. Nolasco High School. Salute po. Very informative po ang RPMS serye niyo po. Thank you. Thank you so much. Hello po sa lahat ng mga taga Dr. Juan G. Nolasco High School at sa buong Division of Manila. Hello, hello, hello. And another one, gusto kong i-shout out ang aking kasamahan na guro sa aming paaralan na nagpapa-shout out si Ma'am Maria Faith Dalay. Sabi niya po, malaking tulong po ma'am itong inyong video. Feeling outstanding sa rating soon. At para po masuklian ang inyong mahusay na pagbabahagi, hindi po ako nag-skip ng ads. God bless you po ma'am, Lodi talaga. Maraming salamat ma'am Faith. Alam niyo si ma'am Faith ay Lodi ko din yan. Napakahusay, napakabait na teacher yan. And in fact, meron siyang vlog din. Ilalagay ko dito yung link ng kanyang vlog para mabisita nyo rin. Ini-invite ko kayo na bisitahin din ang kanyang vlog. Marami din po tayong makukuhang materials, teaching materials sa kanyang vlog. And sabi niya pa, Lodi po talaga, pa-shoutout po. Actually, Lodi ko din yan. Napakahusay. Kasama siya. Binabati ko rin ang buong Bilasa team. Sila po ay isang team sa aming paaralan. Pero sa lahat ng Bilasa, sila ang pinaka-fresh. Fresh sa DepEd, fresh ideas, fresh look, outlook, at syempre, mga fresh faces. Hello, hello sa inyo lahat. And another teacher from our school, ang isa pang mabait na guro, si Ma'am Marisa Teranya. Sabi niya, congrats Ma'am Racky, ang galing naman. Thank you po, maraming salamat. And we'll go on sa ating additional comment mula sa highlights and changes video. From Kawit Elementary School, 1962. Pwede po bang makahingi ng copy nito? Nanghihingi ang Kawit Elementary School 1962 ng copy ng video ng highlights. Yes po, nag-reply na po ako. You simply have to email me para alam ko po kung saan isi-send yung copy. You can share it with your school po. Pa-mention na lang po, pa-share na lang po para po makapanood din sila ng ating mga videos. Maraming salamat po and hello sa lahat po ng mga taga Kawit Elementary School. I'm sure this is from Kawit, Cavite. Ano po? Next po is, wala po tayong naging bagong objective bagong comment from objective 1 to 5. Okay lang po yun, walang problema. For as long as pinapanood nyo, wala pong problema. And ililib ko po sa description box, as always, yung ating pong link mula sa highlights and changes, frequently asked questions, and objective 1 to 5. Hanggang 9. Sige, didiretso na natin yan. Okay? And from objective 6, meron din po tayong nag-comment, si Ma'am Tini A. Sabi niya, thank you ma'am, very comprehensive explanation. Mas malinaw po. Maraming salamat po. Ginagawa ko po ang lahat at sinisikap ko pong mas maging maliwanag ang buhay natin sa pagbuo ng RPMS portfolio. Another one from Ma'am Rhea Romero. Hi ma'am, follower mo po ako sa RPMS serye mo na to. Thank you so much po, Ma'am Rhea. Salamat. And wala tayong bagong comment from Objective 7 and 8, but the link will be posted on the description box below. Pabisita na lang po uli. And please help me share the videos, the RPMS serye, to other teachers. Okay, we'll go to the comments from our latest video, yung Objective number 9 natin. Let us start with Ma'am Imelda Lozada. Sabi niya, thanks be to God, Ma'am Racky. I'm very much enlightened. You explain it so well from Objective 1 up to Objective 9. Keep safe always po, Ma'am, with God's love. Thank you so much, Ma'am Imelda. God bless you din po and be safe din po always. Salamat. Another one from Ma'am Rosalie Marshall. Learning much from your vlog, Ma'am Racky. Waiting for more. God bless. Thank you so much. God bless you too po. And I am getting ready for more para matapos natin yung mula Objective 1 to 19. At syempre pa sa ating Suki winner, pa-shout out kay Ma'am Maria Cecilia Puertoliano. Sabi niya, thank you so much, Ma'am Racky, for this Objective 8. Road to Objective 19. Ma'am, parang comment mo yun sa Objective 9. Okay lang po. Okay. Si Ma'am Cecilia, napakasipag po mag-comment. Maraming salamat. At sabi pa ni Ma'am Cecilia, paki-shoutout po sa school namin, Gindapunan Elementary School Teaching Staff, Palo 3 District Leyte Division. Ayan, tama po ba yung bigkas ko? Gindapunan Elementary School. Lahat po ng teaching staff sa Gindapunan Elementary School, hello po sa inyong lahat. Sana po magkaroon kayo ng time para panoorin ang ating RPMS series at sana po makatulong sa inyong lahat. Hello po sa lahat ng Palo 3 District at sa buong Leyte Division. Hello po sa inyong lahat. Alam niyo po ba, ang mother ko is from Leyte. Galing siyang Tacloban, Leyte. And another one from Ma'am Nanette Parcon. I'm very much enlightened. Thanks so much, Ma'am. I'm from Nonaishi, STO, Negros Occidental. Ayan, si Ma'am Nanette po ay galing sa Negros Occidental National Agro-Industrial School of Home Industries. Negros Occidental. Hello po sa lahat ng mga taga Nonaishi, Negros Occidental. Maraming salamat po. Si Ma'am Josefina Kahultos. Ito, suki din natin to sa mga comment. Sabi niya, good morning, Ma'am Racky. Ang galing-galing mo mag-explain. Yan, tapos na ang Objective 9. Looking forward po sa Objective 10. Malinaw po ang paliwanag nyo. Maraming salamat po. At eto na nga, Objective 10. Maya-maya po ng konti. Ano po? Next, si Ma'am Heidi Labrador. Si Ma'am Heidi Labrador, nag-comment na rin before. Sabi niya, thank you so much again, Ma'am. Talagang sinusubaybayan ko ang RPMS serye na ito. Simula Objective 1 po. God bless po. Thank you so much. God bless you too, Ma'am. And from Ma'am Nance Tugnaw. Si Ma'am Nance ay suki din natin yan sa pa-comment. Sabi niya, thank you for reading my messages at nakakatuwa naman. May pa-Gcash si Ma'am Racky, Objective 9. Excited pa more sa RPMS serye. Thank you po, Ma'am. Maraming salamat po. From Ma'am Christina Turla, thank you, Ma'am Racky. Malaking tulong po sa amin ang pag-explain mo bawat objective para mas madali maintindihan ng ipaliwanag mo na. Nakakataba ng puso naman yun. Thank you so much po. And from Ma'am Ria Pamintuan. Thank you po, Teacher Racky, sa pa-shoutout. Yes, Ma'am. San Ildefonso National High School is located at San Ildefonso, Bulacan. Okay po, thank you so much. Hello po ulit sa mga taga San Ildefonso National High School. Another one from Ma'am Grace Irene Ribuyas. Another suki po natin ito. Sabi niya, salamat po sa pa-shoutout, Ma'am. Sabi niya rin po, pa-shoutout po, Ma'am, from Leyte Division. Thanks po. Hello po again sa lahat ng mga taga Leyte Division. Thank you so much. Sabi niya rin, Teacher Racky, thank you po, Ma'am. Sinishare ko din po yung mga videos nyo sa mga co-teachers ko. Ay, sana all. Okay, alam ko naman po sinishare nyo ang ating mga videos at maraming salamat po. In fact, sobrang na-overwhelm po ako because mula po dun sa umpisa ng ating RPMS series, actually, mula dun sa highlights and changes ng RPMS, I already got 1,000 new subscribers. Thank you so much po sa inyong lahat. Po, sana wala akong nakalimutang i-shout out at kung meron man po, paki-comment na lang po dito sa video na to. Uulitin po natin sa susunod na video. At kung sino po ang gusto magpa-shout out, you can post the name of your school, the name of your district or division at i-shout out po natin yan sa susunod nating mga videos. Dahil sa ngayon, excited na ako. Excited na din ba kayo? To move on to our objective number 10. At palambing naman po uli, please po, pag nanood kayo ng video, please don't skip the ads. Napaka-importante po para sa creator na katulad ko. Thank you so much po. Okay, andito pa rin po tayo sa key results area number 3, which is the diversity of learners, curriculum and planning, and assessment and planning. Objective number 10, adapted and use culturally appropriate teaching strategies to address the needs of learners from indigenous groups. Sa objective na ito, katulad po nung nakaraan nating objective number 9, meron pa rin po tayong 2 sets of attachment na pwedeng pagpilian. So we have set A, the COT form, that is the rating sheet or inter-observer agreement form from our class observation, o kaya po ay yung set B o yung teacher's reflection form. Katulad po ng dati ko pang nire-remind, we have to make sure po that before we do the observation, nagkaroon tayo ng pre-conference with our observer at na-declare natin doon kung ang COT ay gagamitin ba natin for objective number 10, katulad din po na objective 7, 8, and 9. Para po malagyan ni observer ng rating yung ating COT form. Kung hindi naman po, pwede po nating sabihin sa kanila para hindi na din po nila iskoran yung objective number 10. Ako po kasi personally, if I may advise po, For objective 7 and 8, mas maganda kung gagamitin natin yung COT form kasi mas madali kaysa maghanap pa tayo ng supplementary material. Actually, madali din naman gumawa ng supplementary material. Pero since magpapa-observe na tayo, dire-diretso na ni observer yung pag-rate mula 1 to 5, tapos 6 and 7 na indicator. That is for objective 7 and 8. Pero kung ayaw nyo po, okay lang din naman po. Pero sa objective 9 and 10, actually, hindi po masyadong optional para sa mas nakararami to. Kasi you can only make use of the COT sa objective 9 kung meron ka pong identified na learners with disabilities, giftedness, and talent. Kung wala ka pong choice kundi mag-TRF o Teacher's Reflection Form. Ganon din po dito sa objective number 10. Dapat po mayroon kang identified learners that belong to the indigenous group. Kung wala po, wala ka ring choice kundi you go to set B or the teacher's reflection form. Now, let us look at the RPMS tool for objective 10. Sa baba po may note and let us take note of this. So, lalakihan lang po natin para mas malinaw. Ang nakalagay po dyan sa baba, learners from indigenous group is operationally defined as people who have, under claims of ownership since time immemorial, occupied, possessed, and utilized ancestral territories, shared common bands of language, customs, traditions, and other unique cultural traits according to Republic Act 8371 or is commonly known as the Indigenous Peoples' Rights Act of 1997. Ito pong learners under that belong to the indigenous group, as early as the start of the school year, ina-identify na po natin to. So ito po, nire-report if we have learners under our class that belongs to the indigenous group. Ngayon, kung wala po, ay hindi po natin pwedeng gamitin yung COT. Hindi po natin siya pwedeng gamitin sa ating classroom observation. So, didiretso po tayo sa TRF. Okay? Para sa mga teachers na merong identified learners that belong to the Indigenous Peoples Group or the IP Group, you can make use of the classroom observation tool. Ganun pa rin po ang option 1 to 3, si online observation, video lesson, or classroom observation through LAC session. Katulad pa rin po ng mga paggamit ng COT natin sa ating RPMS. You can get 5 if you get level 7 in the COT, 4 if you get level 6, 3 if you get level 5, 2 if you get level 4, and 1 if you get level 3, pababa, or you have no acceptable evidence showed. So, ito po uli ang itsura ng ating COT RPMS Teacher 1 to 3 rating sheet. So, nasa second page po, yung ating indicator number 9. Yan pong score na makukuha natin dyan, ang i-attach natin for objective number 10. Nakakalito, no? Indicator 9 para sa objective 10. Indicator 8 para sa objective 9. Okay. Now, another part of the RPMS tool that we have to read and understand, nasa may bandang baba po ito ng RPMS tool natin. By the way, nasa description box po ang link ng ating bagong guidelines, ang DepEd Memorandum number 004 series of 2022. Sa mga hindi pa po nakakapag-download, ay may link po akong ililive dyan sa description box. You can download that file straight from that link. Okay? So, ito po yung indicator 9, yung mga features of practice. Ito po yung mga titingnan ni observer as you do classroom observation. So, ito po yung kailangan nilang ma-observe na pinapractice mo. So, you get a specific score. Nandiyan po yung score 7, 6, 5, 4, and 3. So, ayan po yung mga indicator. Nandiyan din po ang mga iba't ibang clarifications for the terms used under this objective. Now, para sa mga katulad ko na wala namang identified learners that belong to the Indigenous People Group or the IP Group, we will have to do set B of the MOV. And that is Teacher Reflection Form or TRF on adapting and using culturally appropriate teaching strategies to address the needs of learners from indigenous groups, and a certification from the school head that the ratees classes have no identified learner or learners from indigenous group. Okay? So, gagawa po ulit tayo ng TRF at saka po, syempre, yung certification po ng ating principal o ng ating school head na nagpapatunay na wala talaga tayong learners under this group. Katulad din po ng objective 9, this is how we compute for the ratings on objective number 10. So, kung ang set A ang ginamit mo, ang attachment po, COT rating sheet 1, COT rating sheet 2, tapos kukunin natin yung score natin for indicator number 9, pareho po sa COT 1 and 2, and then we get the equivalent RPMS 5-point scale rating, get the average, and then the RPMS rating for quality. Now, kung set B po ang ating gagawin, katulad ko, dahil wala akong learners under indigenous group, ang kailangan ko pong attachment ay TRF1 at TRF2. Kukunin ko yung rating ng TRF1 at TRF2, average, and then the RPMS rating for quality. Now, saan po natin makukuha yung teacher's reflection form? Ito po ay template na nagawa na at gagamitin natin pare-pareho po, wala pong maiiba dahil we have to follow the guidelines. This can be found in the DepEd Memorandum Number 004 Series of 2022. Nasa may bandang baba po yan nung guidelines. Nandun po yung template attachment or the appendix for the teacher reflection form template. At ito na nga ang itsura niya. Ito yung TRF1 natin. For objective number 10, 2 pages. Yung second page po is just another space, an extra space para sa inyong reflection. Tingnan natin on a closer look, ano bang hinihingi para sa prompt number 1 or the TRF1. So this is still under objective 10, adapted and use culturally appropriate teaching and teaching strategies to address the needs of learners from indigenous groups. Tingnan muna natin yung directions. Of course, you have to write your name, your rater, the date submitted, and the subject and grade level. Now, the directions reflect on your attainment of the RPMS objective by answering the questions or prompts provided. Use any local or official language that you are comfortable with. Use extra sheets if needed. Please limit your response to 500 words. Ayan, katulad ng ating TRF para sa objective 9, pwede daw tayong gumamit ng kahit anong language that we feel more comfortable. Kung komportable tayo sa English, kung komportable tayo sa Tagalog, sa Filipino, or mas komportable tayo sa dialect, sa ating community, then we can use that. For as long as maiintindihan po ng ating observer or narrator. I'm sure maiintindihan naman nila yan. Kahit ano pang gamitin natin dyan. And you have to make sure that you limit your response to 500 words. Maximum po, 500 words. Ano ba yung hawak-hawak ko tissue? Sorry. 500 words po ang ating maximum. Huwag na po lalagpas dyan. Huwag pa sa Y katulad ko. Yung aking TRF 1 ng Objective 9, 501. Ngayon po, 503. Medyo i-edit ko pa ng kaunti. Baka ako maano doon ma-minusan. Okay, so ito na po yung prompt number 1. Below is an assessment activity for a class of 30 learners, 5 of which belong to an indigenous people or IP group. What we are going to do is to evaluate the appropriateness of the activity to your learners. Write your response in this form. So, ang ginawa pong assessment, ang given scenario, meron pong assessment na ginawa. Ito po yung assessment. Direction for your assessment, research on the following roles in your community by asking your parents or anyone with knowledge on these roles. Choose from set A and set B. Explain why these are important roles. Yun po yung senaryo. Si teacher nag-assess ng kanyang mga students na 30 students, 5 of which are indigenous. So sa assessment niya, nagbigay siya ng set A at set B. Ang gagawin daw ng mga bata, research on the following roles of these people in your community. So sa set A, narito yung mga people in the common community, yung ating nakagitan. Tayong mga hindi IP group, from IP group. Yun yung set A. Now, naglagay siya ng set B para sa mga IP group or learners from the IP group, which hindi familiar dun sa ating mga group of people. So, sa atin, merong mayor, councilors, medical officers. Sa IP group, wala silang ganon. So, naglagay siya ng set B, that is Datu, Chieftain, community elders, and healers. Yun yung set B. Now, naglagay siya ng set A at saka set B to accommodate all of the students, be it from IP group or the regular students. Now, ang gagawin daw natin, gagawa tayo ng reflection na ina-assess natin yung assessment na ito. Ang gulo. Ulit. Gagawa tayo ng reflection tungkol sa assessment na ito. Okay? Evaluate the appropriateness of the activity to your learners. For example, meron kang learners. For example, ikaw yung teacher na may 30 students, 5 of which are indigenous. Evaluate kung itong activity na to is appropriate for your learners. So, gagawa lang tayo ng reflection. So, sasabihin lang natin, appropriate ba to o hindi? Tama ba to? May gusto kayong idagdag? May gusto kayong ibawas? Pero, syempre, kailangan natin mag-research or magbasa-basa ng tungkol sa indigenous people. Para maintindihan natin kung ano ang gagawin natin or idadagdag natin or ilalagay natin sa ating reflection. Which I did. So, ayan, nag-search ako sa Google, naghanap ako ng mga information tungkol sa IP. Since hindi nga po ako familiar how to treat, kasi wala nga akong estudyante under this group. So, I have to be familiar para makagawa ako ng reflection. So, una, hinanap ko yung tungkol dun sa Republic Act 8371. Nag-browse ako dyan, nakakita ako ng mga magagandang point na pwede kong i-include sa aking reflection. Tapos, naghanap din ako ng iba pang reading material para makapag-add sa aking reflection. Siyempre, kailangan nating maintindihan para meron tayong masabi, di ba? Para meron tayong mailagay sa reflection, kailangan makakuha tayo ng mga term, mga words, di ba? So, yon ang ginawa ko. And, ito na nga, yung nabuo kong reflection form for prompt number 1. So, diyan, kumuha ko ng mga term mula dun sa mga binasa ko from Google na tungkol sa indigenous, syempre mga introduction. Actually, ano ko yan 40 ko yan mga pa-essay. Lalabanan ko yan pag mga essay na ganyan. Hindi mo ako mapipiit. Okay, so ayan, dahil dyan, umabot ng 503 words ang aking reflection. Pero okay lang po yun. Konting-konting edit, konting diferensya, hindi natin pagtatalunan. Anyway, hindi ko na po babasahin kasi medyo mahaba. Pwede nyo naman yung basahin, pwede nyo i-post ang video para mabasa nyo. Actually, 2 pages yan, kasi nga 503 words. Yan ang aking natapos na reflection form, evaluating the assessment given in prompt number 1. At dahil dyan, kinapi ko yan at ilinagay dun sa template. Siyempre, yung template ang kailangan nating ipase. So, kinapi ko yon, yung buong reflection na yon at ilagay ko dyan sa template. Don't forget to write your name, your later, date submitted, and all. Okay, so meron na akong prompt number 1. Punta naman tayo sa prompt number 2. Ito naman ang itsura ng prompt number 2. 2 pages uli. Yung isa is an extra sheet para kung kakailanganin nyo. Now, let's take a closer look kung ano bang hinihingi ng prompt number 2 under Objective 10. Sabi dyan, design a lesson plan for your class that integrates aspects of indigenous peoples' IP culture using national mandates on indigenous peoples' education or IPED as reference. So, gagawa daw tayo ng lesson plan kung saan i-integrate natin yung aspect for indigenous peoples group. So, we are going to assume that we have, for example, we have learner under or that belongs to indigenous peoples group. Halimbawa, meron tayo. How are we going to create a lesson plan that would integrate the aspect of the IP group? Now, for our reference daw, pwede tayong tumingin and be guided by the following. The Republic Act number 8371 on the Indigenous Peoples' Rights Act of 1997, DepEd Order number 62 series of 2011 or the Adapting the National Indigenous Peoples IP Education Policy Framework or the DepEd Order number 32 series of 2015 or the Adapting the Indigenous Peoples or IP Education Curriculum Framework. So, puntahan lang natin yan, mag-browse tayo, basahin natin para maintindihan natin kung anong hinihingi nila. Now, the integration of IP culture in the lesson plan must be highlighted and annotated in this reflection form. Attach your lesson plan here. So, dun sa space provided, dun natin i-attach ang ating lesson plan. We have to make sure that there is a part of our lesson in the lesson plan that accommodate the the learners that belongs to indigenous peoples group in our class. So, dapat meron tayong mapakita doon na welcome sila or they're part of the class. So, i-highlight po natin yung part na yon. Ganun lang kasimple. Katulad ng ginawang assessment sa prompt number 1, di ba? Si teacher, naggawa para sa kanyang assessment, naggawa siya ng set A at saka set B. Para makapakita niya na ina-accommodate din niya yung mga learners from IP group. So, ganun lang din ang gagawin natin. Yung lesson plan natin, medyo i-revise lang natin para mapakita natin kung paano natin ina-accommodate yung learners from IP group. Okay? So, yung lesson plan na yon with highlights on that part and annotation explaining kung paano tong part na to ay nagre-reflect ng accommodation to learners from IP group. Okay, so ito na nga. Ang ginamit kong lesson plan para sa Objective 10 is the same lesson plan that I used during my classroom observation, one of my classroom observation, and this is under Cookery NC2 class. So, dito sa part na to, under the application, pinaggawa ko sila ng isang group activity kung saan they will collaborate. Pag-uusapan nila dishes, kasi ang topic namin dito ay fish dishes. Pag-uusapan nila ang mga fish dishes that are familiar to them, yung nakikita nila sa bahay at sa kanilang community. So, ibig sabihin, yung mga regular student, they're going to share what they commonly see at home na mga fish recipes. Ganon din yung mga learners from IP group. So, kung ano yung nakikita nila at home o sa kanilang community ng mga fish dishes, they will get to share that to their classmates. So, binigyan ko sila ng equal opportunities. And that accommodates everybody in the class, the regular students and those learners from the indigenous people's group or the IP group, because everybody are welcome in the class. So, yon. So, linagay ko dyan, hinighlight ko, tapos linagyan ko ng annotation na medyo natakpan na nga yung ibang part ng lesson plan ko, but that's okay. Ang kailangan lang natin dito is mag-focus tayo dun sa part na hinihingi for this objective. So, sabi ko dyan, in this part, learners will have to share within their group different fish dishes that they learned from home or in their community. In this manner, the learners from the ICC IP group will get a chance to share the kind of dishes they prepare at home and will also have the chance to know what dishes the other learners know or have at home. O, yun. So, ganun lang. Naipakita na natin sa isang part ng ating lesson. Hindi kailangan sa all part. Basta may part lang sa lesson mo na naipakita mo that you accommodate these learners from IP group. That will be it. Hindi na po natin kailangan pahirapan pa. Katulad nung ginawa dun sa prompt number 1, nagawa siya ng activity or ng assessment, linagyan niya lang ng set A at saka set B. So, isip lang tayo ng part ng ating lesson kung saan mapapakita natin na ina-accommodate natin yung IP group. And that will be it. Okay? Madali lang. Huwag natin pahirapan ang ating sarili. Now, with that, linagay ko yung aking lesson plan na yun dun sa TRF form because we have to use the TRF form, that template. Ano? Kasama dun yung aking highlight at saka yung may annotation ko explaining that part. So, ayan na yung aking TRF2. Now, we have to take note of the teacher reflection form or TRF rubric for teachers 1 to 3. The scoring rubric for grading the TRF. Siyempre, ang lagi nating goal is to get the highest possible score. Paano ba tayo makakakuha ng 5 points? Sabi dyan, if we're able to show complete and show comprehensive and in-depth knowledge about the topic, question by providing accurate details and some critical inputs or creativity, then we get 5 points. 4 points lang makukuha natin if they are complete and show comprehensive knowledge about the topic question by providing accurate details. So, wala yung by providing yung in-depth knowledge about the topic. So, kung hindi napakita yung in-depth knowledge about the topic, then we only get 4 points. Ang tip dito is to create reflection at saka yung lesson plan. Ngayon, bago ka magawa ng RPMS rating, ipakita mo kay observer or kay rater mo. Pakita mo kung okay na yon, what possible score could you get out of that. Ngayon, titingnan niya, babasahin niya, tapos sasabihin niya sa'yo, medyo kulang to, 3 points lang makukuha mo dito, then you still have the chance para i-improve. So, we can do that as early as now kasi matagal pa naman yung ating submission ng RPMS portfolio eh. We can already work out on that this early para pwede nating ipa-check. Kung may kailangan pang improve, then we can do that. Check uli until we come to that point na ang makukuha na nating score is yung 5 points. Kasi we wanted to have the highest possible score. So, parang try and try lang. Sige lang, baguhin. At least, matutulungan tayo ng ating MTs, ng ating rater or observer, kung paano i-improve para makakuha tayo ng highest point. Pag sinabi niyang, this is very okay na, you'll get 5 points out of this na, then go. Ang ilalagay mo na sa TRF mo, sa score mo, TRF1, TRF2, 5 points na. Diba? Sa computation mo. Average nun, 5 points. At ang RPMS equivalent nun is 5 points. That's the highest possible score. Kasi, that is according to your observer or rater. Meron kang basis. Hindi mo lang hinulaan. Hindi pwede yung tayo lang magsasabi na, 5 points to. Diba? Hindi mo nga alam eh. Wala kang kinonsult kung tama ba yung ginawa mo. Dapat nagkaroon ng consultation. And sino ba ang pinaka dapat nating i-consult pagdating sa ating RPMS portfolio? Kundi ang ating rater. Okay? So, pwede tayong magtanong sa kanya at mag-consult regarding our teacher's reflection form. Ito na nga ang aking natapos na attachment for objective number 10. So, nakalagay dyan yung aking TRF1, ang aking TRF2, and of course, the certification. Huwag niyong kakalimutan, kailangan may certification from our school head or principal certifying that we don't have identified learners that belongs to the IP group. Katunayan na hindi tayo nagpa-COT under this kasi wala tayong learners under IP group. Okay? And of course, our annotation. Ang annotation natin, huwag na natin pahabain. Hindi, sa annotation, hindi ito labanan ng essay. Dapat, masabi lang natin kung ano yung in-attach natin, bakit ganito, para maintindihan ni rater. Pag chinek niya yung portfolio mo, as against your IPCRF rating, okay, so tama yung rating niya dito kasi yun sinabi niya sa RPMS annotation niya. Okay? So, wala nang mahabang kwentuhan dyan. So, for objective 10, I attach the set B, MOV, because I have no identified learners from the indigenous group. So, yun lang. Tapos sinabi ko, TRF1 ang linagay ko, reflection, TRF2, yung aking lesson plan, na nag-highlight ako nung part kung saan in-accommodate ko yung aking learner from indigenous group. At iyan na nga po ang kabuuan ng ating video for objective number 10. Sana po muli ay nakatulong sa inyo upang mas maintindihan at mas mabuo natin ang ating RPMS portfolio sa pinakamadaling paraan with the highest possible score po. Yun ang ating objective. Makakuha ng highest possible score sa pinakamadaling paraan, pinakasimpleng paraan. Okay? With that, I would like to say thank you to everyone. Please keep on supporting our channel para sa mga susunod pa nating objective. We still have objective 11 to 19. Abang-abang lang po tayo. And thank you so much. Don't forget to leave comments sa ating objective. I will wait for your comments po. And good day. God bless everyone. Bye-bye. Please hit like, subscribe, and the notification bell para lagi kayong updated sa ating mga bagong vlog.